Hey, so today I'm here to talk to you guys about Eldritch Tales by H.P. Lovecraft. It is a collection of stories that H.P. Lovecraft has written and combined into one book. And this is actually my first H.P. Lovecraft thing that I've read ever. And I gotta say, you should never meet your heroes. This book left me so disappointed, and I'm really upset about it. I may have built him up too much in my own head, and that's why this book fell flat for me. I'm not sure. I can't go back in time and not hype this thing up for myself and then read it. Yeah, I wasn't a fan. I feel like these stories are more of a product of their time. They were probably really great, and they were probably really terrifying stories back when they were first written, but I read this in 2017, so these stories just didn't live up to what I was expecting. Also, it was kind of frustrating to read all of the blatant sexism and racism that is just throughout all of these stories. Basically, he's always going on and on about how uncultured the slaves are and savage this and savage that, and I think I literally read yellow skin slant eyes in one story, and that was a time. By the end of this, I was just so glad that it was done so that I could stop reading it. I didn't want to DNF it. I wanted to go through and read every story in this book, and I did. I really should have DNF'd it though. I did not enjoy it. As with being a collection of really, really short stories, each story is only maybe 10 pages long in this book. I never really cared for any of the characters. I didn't feel for any of the characters. I never cared about any of the plots. I read multiple times during this thing. I read an entire story, and then by the end of it, I had forgotten the whole thing. I remember only bits and pieces of every odd story in this book, and I read the whole thing from cover to cover. I do have the Necronomicon on my shelf that I still have to read, and I'll probably read that, but I probably won't read it this year. I'll probably give it another year or so before, just to cool down a little bit before I try and venture back into H.P. Lovecraft. I'm hoping that one is a better collection of stories maybe, but the problem isn't with the collection, the problem is with the stories themselves. So I think, for me, I'm just going to go back to enjoying things that these stories have inspired. I love the Arkham Horror board game. I love all sorts of different things from the Cthulhu mythos. But I just don't like the source material. He built the framework, everyone else built the world. I want to live in that world. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this one. I'm really disappointed in it. I feel like I'm breaking up with this book almost. But yeah, I think I just gave it 3 stars. Because I did enjoy it. It was nice to finally read H.P. Lovecraft. And now I know I just don't like H.P. Lovecraft. And that's so sad. But that's it for this one. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. There's links down below in the description to social media stuff that I'm on, and I'll see you with my next one. Bye!